Hello, I'm David and I'm the product manager of the SMEMA Hermes adapter. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up the supervisory channel or the supervisory system. That's the connection with a server that's going to serve full Hermes data to the adapter based upon some known values, maybe a barcode, maybe a work order. In this I'm going to use multiplug 2281, Hermes extension 1015 and network sockets extension 1012. If you would like to test this yourself and you don't have a server, a supervisory channel or a supervisory system to use, there is a test tool on the Hermes standard website and there's the address there to download it. There is going to be on the roadmap a bridge between a Hermes supervisory system and the CFX. So when we're using Hermes stuff, we're going to always use the concept of the supervisory system, but it then may then be connected to the CFX. A quick overview of multiplug. Simply, network sockets gets read, it creates an event, it gets consumed by the Hermes extension, and then the opposite direction occurs. And I've just noticed the arrows are in the wrong way round, but yeah, you get the point. So let's set up the connection. First of all, if you've got the image of the entire operating system, if you've got a recent version, you will notice that the network sockets will already be set up. So essentially, this port number 1248 is the connection to the configuration. We don't currently support the configuration on this version, but what we can do is send back the configuration to the server to say it's all set up. We have a web browser, so that supports remote setup. These two values, network endpoints, and this one is for the up and down stream connections. So that leaves finally this one here, this 5200 port number, and this is for the supervisory channel, and it can be changed. The port numbers can be changed as you desire. If you're not using the operating system image out of the box and you're setting this up manually, essentially create an endpoint, socket endpoint, give it a useful name. In this situation we've called it supervisory XML read. That's the event, and then we've subscribed to the supervisory XML send of the Hermes extension. So it's just a two-way communication. Always make sure that that two-way communication has been set up. So then if we go to the Hermes extension, we'll notice there's a supervisory tab at the top. Supervisory connections are shared between all lanes. And so they are set up outside the setup of the lane. And the connection is pretty simple. You've got the option to enable the connection. You've got option to set the device ID. Again, this is different from the lane ID. This is the device ID. It might be the same. There's the concept of check alive to check the connections and the time you expect a reply to be made before the connection is dropped. We currently support board tracking, which means when the board is when it arrives at the machine, an event will be a message will be sent to the supervisory channel, and also when the board leaves the machine, a message will be sent to the supervisory channel. And finally, we have the Hermes XML messages, which is the connection to the sockets. Again, these must be connected. You can see that the read event is connected, and then if we looked at the socket, we would also see them connected, so they're connected both ways. So if we simply enable this now, that will start the connection going on, and I can see, you can't see this, but I can see on the test simulator a socket has been connected. So if we then go to the operator interface, we can see the connection with the supervisory system is not established, so any use of that connection will fail. And then we can always see an overview of the supervisory connection. And once again, this is shared, so all lanes will need this. And as we see, it's waiting for service description, and it's at amber warning. The message queue, which is all the messages that get sent out, will be displayed here. If they're replied to, they will be removed. So generally, that message queue should be empty. It's a warning sign if that message queue is full of anything. And then we have the notifications. So any notifications that are sent, configuration changed, or received, software error, we will receive the notifications. And it's the same with upline and downline. There's now a notification area that allows you to see all the notifications sent. So as we see, no service subscription at the moment. So if we send the service subscription, we've now received it. The connection is operational. We can see it's a supervisory simulation. And it's expecting board tracking and check alive. So that's set up with the connection now. And now if we refresh the page, we no longer get that warning. In regards to how to use that supervisory channel, very similar to the tutorial of the barcode reading, we can use this option when using the barcode reader. We can select query work order information. So when the barcode comes in, it will then use these 6 values depending on which ones you want to switch on, which ones you want to send. So we just might want to send the barcode. So let's get the work order by using a scanner and then using the supervisory system. So if I scan a barcode, it's loaded up as unknown board. You can see it's currently incomplete, and then if the message gets replied back, you can see the data has been updated. It's been created by the MES system. It's got top, bottom barcodes. It's got everything else has been populated. So that is how that works, and you see the validation is good. If it replied back with an empty message, it would be validation's bad and it would fail and the machine would stop on an interlock. But this board data will be used on the next board that gets passed through the machine with no data. So I hope that helps, and the only currently on version 10.15 is the reply to work order. So that's the opposite direction. That's when the adapter will reply to the supervisory system of what current work orders have been applied. But that's the only outstanding change that's going to be made on further versions, and I hope that helps you set up your supervisory system. Thanks for watching.